Hi, I'm Dr. Pajari, host of the Prognosis podcast, and today's segment is called Spiritual Minutes. And my guest today is Stanley Samuel, who will be joining me for discussing questions one by one. Thank you. The question for today is happiness the same thing as peace?
Happiness and peace are related, are similar in many respects as far as our emotional experience, yet not the same for sure. Happiness, of course, is having our expectations met, or when a need or a desire is fulfilled, we feel happy. But happiness is, to me, more of a short-term experience, if I may say, or a short-term goal that one has that has been achieved. Peace is an underlying state of being, a state of mind, regardless of a need being met, an expectation being met, a desire being fulfilled. Even when we are unhappy with a certain outcome, a certain result, we can be at peace. It's that underlying state of being, really, to know, okay, this didn't go my way, yet I am who I am now in this given situation. I am at peace with, again, sense of acceptance might come in there, at peace with this outcome, even though it's not what I was hoping for.
Mm-hmm. I really like what you just said. I was thinking about the question, and I thought, happiness, we've talked about happiness, so it's really about maybe that mismatched, perception of what is versus what is expected. And at the same time, and it's important to strive for a degree of happiness because recognizing you're unhappy means perhaps that you're not attaining, as I said, attaining things that you might want to attain or pushing yourself forward and trying to achieve the things you think might actually fulfill yourself from an attainment standpoint. But I agree, peace is something underlying. It's almost a connection to the universe. And it doesn't, ideally speaking, it should not vacillate. It should not go up and down, up and down. It should be almost a steadiness of spirit in you where you are not thrown off emotionally as much. Mm-hmm. I do think peace comes with time and experience and, because it's not it's something that needs to be chosen also, I think.
Sure, I can agree with that, as in the choosing has to do with a sense of acceptance. That you accept the reality of, okay, even though this situation, this outcome is not optimal, this is not what I was hoping for, planning for, yet not getting tossed and thrown around every time something makes me unhappy. Mm-hmm. There is that underlying sense of, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is what I have achieved thus far, being at peace with that condition, given mm-hmm. condition, mm-hmm. Though not optimal in the moment, mm-hmm. that you will journey towards that. And I think definitely I agree with that. Attainment to peace has to do with maturing, with time. Mm-hmm. It comes with time, with all the vacillations between the happy and the unhappy moments. You find that medium, maybe, if I may say, between the happy and unhappy moments of, where does my peace lie? Mm-hmm. Where do I find myself at rest?
You just triggered my mind. I thought possibly when you're younger, happiness takes on more importance in a sense. And as you mature, peace, because you've seen that what we just talked about, the discord between your wishes and your hopes and what actually is. And you've spent time reconciling yourself to that. And therefore, from there, you have to find, or you should try to find, a coping mechanism. Especially, we're talking, overall, this podcast is about mortality and decline. especially with that in mind, finding an acceptance of things over time and a way to navigate that. And that is then letting go a little bit of the expectations and plugging back in to the universal and saying, I won't be pulled in all sorts of directions, but I find my peace with source. So
Yes, I think it's that pull, like you were saying, to meet somebody else's expectations sometimes that can cause real lack of peace when we are at peace with ourselves, self-acceptance even. That is, again, the journey between the unhappy and happy moments to a place of peace, of tranquility, that it may be this way or that way, good or bad in the moment, yet this is where I normally am. This is what makes me overall, if I may say, in the long term, happy.
very nicely put. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your answer. Thank you so much for watching these mini Spiritual Minutes episodes. We wanted to have a more relaxed and conversational episode, and please like and subscribe and share if you like this content. It's intended to help generate questions and even answer questions and give quick guidance, in a sense, to people who are looking a little bit more for some answers. Thanks again, and keep watching. Thank you.